And they used the auto pen and everything. He didn't approve this stuff.
In that same year, you had the left side destroying Teslas, destroying Tesla buildings, committing violence.
They want to take away my freedom because I will never let them take away your freedom.
All right, guys, welcome to the show. Welcome to Rep America, baby. Here we go. I am your host, Medi, and here we are. Let's go with Zoran Mamdani. We got Islam. We got a couple things we're going to take a look at together, and let's get it started.
We've seen him do this in other major cities. Did you get any assurances in your meeting, Mayor-elect Mamdani, that President Trump will not send troops into New York?
I told the president that the cornerstone of an affordability agenda is public safety, and that it is critically important to me. And for all that has been said and all that has been spoken about, and the tens of millions of dollars looking to make New Yorkers fearful of that question, the truth of it is, in fact, that I'm looking forward to working with the NYPD to deliver on that. And I shared with the president that...
What's up, Jennifer? Thank you. Says nice legs. Thank you.
My decision to retain Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch is in large part a recognition of the fact that in her time leading the NYPD, she has driven down crime across the 5 boroughs while starting to uproot corruption that was endemic in the top echelons of that department under Mayor Adams.
And I'm going to follow up with you on your decision to keep Commissioner Tisch. But to this core question that I think so many New Yorkers are curious to know the answer to. What did President Trump say to you? Did he assure you he will not send troops into New York?
He told me that he cared deeply about public safety. I said I cared deeply about the same.
But did he say he wouldn't send troops?
What I told him is that what separates New York City from anywhere else in the country is we have the NYPD. And I trust the NYPD to deliver public safety. And to me, that is something that I know that they can do, that they have done, and they will continue to do under my leadership.
So he didn't rule it out in your meeting?
I made it very clear what we wanted to do was to deliver public safety and affordability, and the NYPD would be the ones to do so.
In that press conference with President Trump, a reporter asked you whether you believe that President Trump is in fact a fascist, a word that you've used in the past. You were about to answer, then President Trump sort of jumped in and he said, quote, "That's okay, you can just say yes. It's easier than explaining it." So, Mr. Mayor-elect, just to be very clear, do you think that President Trump is a fascist?
And after President Trump said that, I said yes. And
so you do.
I don't know if you guys heard that in the meeting that they had with Trump. Zoran Mamdani was standing behind Trump behind the Oval Office. And the press asked Zoran Mamdani, they said, do you think he's a fascist? Or, what about when you said he was a fascist? And he was about to answer and he was going to try to explain himself. And then Trump just goes, hey, you know what? Just say yes. Just go with it. Just admit it. Just be yourself. Don't lie. And I think that made it a lot easier for this guy because he was going to try to explain himself and try to say all kinds of just words, to dance around it. But Trump was like, bro, just say yes.
That's something that I've said in the past. I say it today. And I think what I appreciated about the conversation that I had with the president was that we were not shy about the places of disagreement, about the politics that has brought us to this moment. And we also wanted to focus on what it could look like to deliver on a shared analysis of an affordability crisis for New Yorkers.
You've also said in the past that President Trump has engaged in a, quote, attack on our democracy. You've called him a despot. Do you still believe President Trump is a threat to the democracy?
Everything that I've said in the past, I continue to believe. And that's the thing that I think is important in our politics, is that we don't shy away from where we have disagreements, but we understand what it is that brings us to that table. Because I'm not coming into the Oval Office to make a point or make a stand. I'm coming in there to deliver for New Yorkers. And a few weeks ago, I was asked by a reporter 3 words to describe myself. I said, New York City. And that's what animated that conversation. How do we deliver for the people of New York City?
I think that some of your supporters would be curious to know. You say you stand by your past statements that, yes, he's a threat to the democracy. How do you square working with someone who you still think is a threat to the democracy?
I think working for the people of New York City demands that you work with everyone and anyone, and that you always look to find those areas of agreement while not overlooking the places of disagreement. And I think this was something that came up in our meeting. We spoke about immigration. We spoke about the fact that in New York City, we have sanctuary city policies that allow for the city to work with the federal government on around 170 serious crimes.
Here we go.
The concern for so many New Yorkers comes about anything beyond that. And I spoke about the importance of us being able to protect New Yorkers, and some of the incidents that we see, they do not do that.
You raised the issue of sanctuary cities, so I want to speak to you more broadly about the issue of immigration. This is one that is so critical to New York, the rest of the country as well. One of your top supporters, Senator Bernie Sanders, recently weighed in on President Trump's record managing the border. He compared it to former President Biden. I want you to take a listen to what he had to say. I'll get your reaction on the other side.
Trump did a better job. I don't like Trump, but we should have a secure border, and it ain't that hard to do. Biden didn't do it. Those before him did not do it. We should have a secure border, period.
Do you agree with Senator Bernie Sanders that President Trump has done a better job securing the border than former President?
I just turned the sound up a little bit. Hopefully that's good. Let me know if you guys have any issues with the sound. But I got a couple of people in the chat already, and they're calling him. He says he's a communist socialist. He supports Hamas. You're not wrong there. A lot of people, he is a self-proclaimed socialist for sure. So definitely not wrong there. But yeah, a lot of people are not happy about his ties to Islam. And we're going to talk about Islam in just a second.
President Biden.
I haven't thought much about comparing presidents on the question of securing the border. I think it's important that it's secure. And I also think it's important that we have an immigration system that is humane. And that's what I spoke about with the president, is that New York...
An immigration system that is humane is an immigration system that does not allow a mass illegal immigration and allow for potential for children to be basically cut off from their parents like it was under the Biden administration for 4 straight years.
New Yorkers want to see...
What's up, man?
...humanity in the policies that are being implemented.
Do you give President Trump some credit for the work that he's done to make the border, in Senator Sanders' estimation, more secure?
What I give President Trump credit for is the meeting that we had yesterday was one that was focused on how we could work together for New Yorkers. And the place that we could do so most effectively, frankly, is ensuring every New Yorker can afford the city they call home.
Well, you take me to my next question, which is about really the central issue of your campaign, affordability. You have said that you want to raise $9 billion in new taxes.
Someone in the chat says Mamdani is going to do a good job and it doesn't have anything to do with Islam and there's nothing wrong with Islam. Well, I don't know if it does have anything to do with Islam, but Islam does have a lot of socialist type of ideologies. Also, the ring he's wearing on one of his fingers is like looks to me like an Islamic ring. I would know. I have, my parents came from Iran, which there's a lot of Muslims from Iran, so I've been exposed to that, so I could speak on that a little bit. But he has openly been in support of a lot of people that I think were involved with Muslim Brotherhood, which is now called a terrorist organization in America.
Increasing taxes on the wealthy, on businesses, in order to fund your key policies like universal child care, which you mentioned. You would need Governor Kathy Hochul to be on board with this. You'd need her signature. She has never publicly committed to...
What the hell? In the chat, someone says socialism is better than capitalism. No one is rich here. What are you talking about, bro? What world do you live in?
Increasing taxes. I know you just spoke with her. Mr. Mayor-elect, did Governor Hochul commit to you that she will support and sign on to your plan to increase taxes?
The governor and I had a productive conversation, and what we both committed to is working together for the affordability agenda. And one thing I appreciate of the many about Governor Hochul is that she's been focused not just on affordability, but specifically on universal child care for quite some time. And now is the time to bring a partner forward in City Hall. And I've said plainly and openly that I believe that these are 2 tax proposals that make sense, increasing the personal income taxes on New Yorkers making $1 million or more by just 2%, increasing the top corporate tax rate to match that of New Jersey. And
So now, guys, if you want to learn a few things about history, specifically American history, what he just talked about is raising taxes. It is a fact that every time we raise taxes in America, it has led to less tax revenue going to the government. So what happens? People find tax shelters. People find other ways of doing business that is taxed less. So people making big money are not going to do stupid shit and lose the money that they're making or reduce their income. So if you're going to tax them more, they're going to find other ways of doing things with their money. And every time you lower taxes, it actually increases the net tax revenue that goes into the country. These are just facts, guys. If you're allergic to facts, that's not my problem, but these are facts. And then you guys are talking about socialism, Iran. Someone says here, yeah, you're actually right about this. They say there's no water in Iran, and yes, it is in their plan to get into our government and take over. Yes, the people that run Iran have been running Iran. It's the Islamic extremists that are currently running Iran. It's the Islamic regime of Iran. They promised when they went into power in 1979, they promised Iran free water, free utilities, free this, free that, free all fuel, free all kinds of things. And not only did they not provide those things, they have ran the country under a socialism style of government that has made it to where people now are going to fight each other for those things, and there's not enough to go around.
What I've also said is more important than how we fund something is that we fund something. And if there are additional or alternate revenue streams to do so, I will accept them and I will celebrate them, because the most important thing is to actually deliver for the New Yorkers who right now can't even conceive of having a family in New York City because of how expensive we've made childcare across the 5 boroughs.
Well, and your entire agenda is incredibly ambitious: universal child care, free buses, among other things, lowering rent. Can you deliver on this agenda without Governor Hochul agreeing to increase taxes?
Well, I'm thankful that
Someone, you guys are going, your TDS in the chat is going nuts. I can already see it. Someone says, is that hat made in China? Let's see the tag. Let's take a look at the tag. I got another hat right here.
I'm not going to have to engage in the hypothetical because I am confident of the two of us working together to deliver on this agenda and ensure that finally, and this goes back to just that portrait of...
Let's take a look. Where is this hat made? Look at this hat right here. Let's take a peek. You see this right here? Here's the tag. Let me zoom in on that for you. You guys all want to see the tag of the MAGA hat? There it is. There it is. How do you like that? Made in USA, baby. Rep America, baby, just like the channel. Rep America, baby. Let's go. That's what we're talking about. That's right.
We look at what politics...
You are a Trump hater, and you are a beta male.
You are a Trump hater, and you are a beta male.
That's right. So let's see the red one. You want to see the red one? Here, let's go. Here's the red one. Here's a red one for you. I just took it right off my head. Here you go. Where is it? Where's the tag? There's the tag. How do you like that? Made in USA, baby. Read it and weep. I know you hate your country. I know you hate USA. I know you hate USA. By the way, if you hate USA so much, what are you doing here?
Politics has been in the past. It has been there in the moments of such transformation, meeting the scale of the crisis. We can do that again.
So just yes or no, you think she'll raise taxes?
That's right.
I think
These
she'll
hats
work
are
with
made
me
in
to
USA,
deliver on affordability.
baby.
I think raising taxes make the most sense. If there's any alternative that raises the same amount of money, I'm open.
All right, let's talk about another major issue, which you referenced: policing.
So many major issues.
Crime.
Benjamin, what's up, baby? One love, brother. One love.
There are a lot of major issues, I know. 5 years ago, you were calling for defunding the police. Now you are in charge of the largest...
This, on the other hand, is not made in USA, actually.
...police department in the country. You have tapped Commissioner Jessica Tisch to stay on in her job. She has accepted. She wants to put thousands more police officers on the streets of New York. Will you do that, Mr. Mayor-elect?
I've said over the course of the campaign that I think the number we have had budgeted of 35,000 officers is a sufficient number. What we have to do, however, is allow those officers to focus on policing. And what I mean by that is that in 2020, the response time for the NYPD was less than 11 minutes. Today, it's closer to 16 minutes. Large part of that is because officers are now having to deal with 200,000 mental health calls a year. And so our proposal is create a Department of Community Safety, task it with the mental health crisis, the homelessness crisis.
Beautiful Bill, baby. What's up, man? I love USA too, brother. Love it. Hell
and
yeah.
allow officers to focus on serious crimes so we can get back to the work of delivering on this, as opposed to being trapped in a political discourse without addressing the systemic crisis.
But, you know, violent crime is substantially down under Commissioner Tisch's watch. Do you acknowledge that her approach is working, and therefore do you need to listen to her when she says, I need more cops on this?
Did you leave? This dude, Roy Bacon, says, did you leave when Biden was in office? No, bro, I never said I would leave. Like you clowns saying you will leave when Trump is in office or all this kind of bullshit, or burning the American flag, hanging the American flag upside down. You guys hate America so much when the president changes or when there's someone elected that you don't like. If you are that wishy-washy about your love for country, you should just leave, bro. Go somewhere else. What are you doing here?
The reason I made the decision to retain Commissioner Tisch is
You
because
guys are here today, gone tomorrow. You got no real love for the country. Please.
of the importance of outcomes. The fact that she has been able to deliver on rooting out corruption while lowering crime is something to be celebrated. And I think the commissioner and I have been very clear that what brings us together is a shared importance of public safety. I think
I gotta get a new little pad on here. I got this pad for you betas, beta males, all of you dudes on the left, all you liberal Democrats on the left. Your women have turned you into beta males.
Beta male.
Beta male.
Beta male.
And there's nothing you can do. You can't even make decisions for yourself anymore, bro. You guys are gone, dude. You guys are gone. But I got to make a new one for all of you guys. It's called Wishy Washy, bro. I'm going to make a new one. You guys are wishy washy, bro. Here today, gone tomorrow. No real, actual, solid love for your country. The greatest nation in the world, America, baby.
we can do that with the officers we have.
Would you rule out putting more police officers on the street?
What I will tell you is that the $35,000 we have budgeted, that's the amount that I think we need.
Okay. Let me ask you, again, just going back to that press conference with President Trump, as reporters were leaving, you were answering a question that I think was hard for a lot of people to hear about your response to protests outside of a Manhattan synagogue. Your initial response to that incident did receive some criticism, as you know. What is your message to Jewish New Yorkers who feel you won't be tough enough in your response to anti-Semitic incidents?
That I'm looking forward to being the next mayor.
Down with the soy boys, bro. They're all soy boys, bro. All you guys on the left literally can't even make any decisions on your own, bro. You need your feminist mamas and your feminist girlfriends to stand up for you. That's all you got now, dude.
Mayor of New York City and fulfilling.
I love bacon too, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
I've made to Jewish New Yorkers over the course of this campaign, which is a commitment to not only protect them across the 5 boroughs, but to celebrate and cherish them. And what that looks like is rooting out anti-Semitism. It looks like increasing funding for hate crime prevention programs by 800%. And it also looks like ensuring that we have NYPD protection outside of synagogues and temples, especially on the high holy days. And I want to just say, recently on Yom Kippur, there was a horrific anti-Semitic attack in Manchester. A rabbi in New York City reached out to me and said, could you ensure that there's additional police protection outside of the synagogue for today? I said, absolutely. And I also asked, what if that rabbi did not know the next mayor of New York City? We have to make it so that it doesn't matter who you know.
MAGA uneducated idiot. I love it. Did you go to a school and go get yourself a degree and student loan debt for a degree that you can't even get a job in? Is that what happened? That's right. You're just pissed because plumbers make more money than you.
No, it matters that you will get that safety and security because you're a New Yorker. That's the administration I'm going to put together.
All right. I do want to talk a little bit about the future of the Democratic Party. A number of Republicans are casting you as the face of the Democratic Party. Mr. Mayor-elect, I wonder, do you think that Democratic socialists can win across the country, in battleground states, for example?
I think a focus on the importance of dignity for working people is something that appeals to people across this country. I will not venture into the world of national politics and punditry, but what I will tell you is that in New York City...
I'm loving these chats, bro. You guys are hilarious, bro. Look at this. You guys have lost it. Look at the TDS in the chat. It's going rampant, bro. Rampant. It's eating you alive, bro. Holy cow. This guy's right here is right, actually, in the chat. He says, Mamdani is a Muslim and a communist. Yeah, he is. He's a self-proclaimed democratic socialist, but we know what that means. That means a socialist, which really means communist.
We saw so many of the same dynamics we'd seen elsewhere. We'd seen a shift towards the right. We'd seen obituaries being written about the Democratic Party's ability to speak to young people, to speak to Asian voters, speak especially to young men. And I actually shared this with the president. This
is a good question. So, guy says, why does Trump love him then? We don't know why Trump gave him so much love in the Oval Office. It was a surprise to me too, but I will say that Trump is in love with New York. That's where Trump is from. Trump was the king of New York, and he did a lot in New York, and that's his OG home. And I think Trump, wants to see that place do good. He wants New York to win. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And someone says you're a plumber. No, I'm not a plumber. But I love how you guys went out and got yourselves hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loan debt, and plumbers make more than you.
That the very
Plumbers, electricians, HVAC guys, HVAC.
constituencies that he had won over, that were a critical part of his increased vote share in New York City, were the ones that we then looked at as who we should focus on to bring back into the party. And I think that when you speak to those constituencies with the same respect you'd speak to any other, you will see that they will then engage in the process. We saw an increase in voter turnout amongst 18 to 29-year-olds by more than 300%. And that's because we spoke to them as New Yorkers who are facing an affordability crisis, not as young people we have to finger wag to participate in democracy.
Mino, I don't know how to say it, Fonseca. Oh, dude, Minoca Fonseca. Bro, Fonseca is one of the best, one of my favorite Cuban cigars, real, actual Cuban cigars. I have Fonsecas sitting in, I have a 6-foot tall humidor, and I've been aging Fonsecas, among other cigars, for over 15 years. Dude, I love Fonsecas. But W Fonseca, bro, he said he's a plumber, bro. Fonseca probably makes more than all of you guys that are hundreds of thousands of bucks in student loan debt.
Democracy.
With no
Two
jobs.
more quick questions. If Democrats win the midterms, do you want to see Leader Jeffries become the Speaker of the House?
Yes.
Okay, that was a firm, quick answer. So you leave plenty of time for my final answer.
Let me go back and give a little more.
Look, former President Obama called you after your victory, and he offered to be a sounding board for you as you take on this role of mayor of New York City.
This guy says Muhammad married a 7-year-old. Yeah, dude, that's literally what happened. We're going to talk about Islam in a second, bro. I can't wait to talk about it. We're about to jump on it, so hang tight.
What advice did he give you about how to lead effectively in these years ahead?
You know, one thing I really appreciated about the conversations I've had with the president have been the importance of what it looks like, not only to inspire hope, but to sustain it and then to deliver on it. And time again, that comes back to the city hall that you're putting together. And even right now, we have about 40 odd days of a transition. Transitions are typically a time of pageantry and pomp. We want it to be a time of substance, a time of purpose. And so we ensured that the first day after the election, we announced our 4 incredible co-chairs of our transition, our executive director.
This dude says, this dude in the chat is saying, this chat's moving too fast here. He says, Mamdani lies constantly. He cannot be a Muslim and communist. He appeared at gay clubs, so not Muslim. A communist is an atheist, so lying about communism. No, dude, I think he's a shapeshifter, bro. Just like everybody else that's growing in these new movements. They're just, the new faces of the Liberal Party, the Democrat Party, are mostly new people that change with the wind. They just change how they feel about everything. One day they're this, one day they're that. Doesn't matter what, and they don't go along with social norms. So, yeah, he could be any of these things and still be gay or whatever it is that does not go along with it. So,
and then the week after that, the first
Miss
deputy
Medication
mayor,
is
chief
here.
of staff,
We're coming to say hello.
moving much faster than typical because we want January 1st to be a day where we start to deliver.
Dude, we got chat going nuts. The TDS is going crazy.
Like last night?
Like last night, bro.
Oh my
It's
God, it
going
was insane last night.
Yeah, it's going nuts in the
I
chat.
love losers in the chat.
They literally asked me, they go, I bet you that house hat is made in China. They're like, take off the hat. Let's see the tag.
Where was this made? I'm looking at myself.
Dude, the hats
Where
are
was it
made
made?
in USA, baby. Look at that.
Losers!
Look at that.
Losers! Can they hear me? Losers! You put the, what is it?
Beta male.
No, loser.
Loser?
Just kidding. Do we have
You are a Trump hater. And you are beta male.
All right, how was the workout? You good?
Yeah, I went to Pilates.
All right, Pilates.
You're sweaty.
I love it. Nice hat.
Thanks.
Hell yeah. Let's keep going. We're about to talk about Islam right now, guys.
Not start to prepare. And I appreciate President Obama's emphasis of what it looks like to prepare in advance so that you can.
There's one thing I appreciate about Obama, and it's probably the only thing I appreciate about Obama, is that he deported 3 million illegal immigrants, more than Trump ever did and maybe ever will in his life.
All right, Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Real pleasure.
That fake smile, dude, that smile right there, that drives me crazy. That smile of his gets under my skin, bro. Oh my God. Here we go. Let's jump into, let's do a little bit of, dude, we're going to do a little bit of economy and some tariffs and stuff, and then we're going to jump into Islam. We got
and joining me now
Islam.
is Treasury.
You know what? Let's jump into Islam, bro. Let's hear this. Let's go.
So the other thing we want to talk about, of course, is that
Guys, I'm playing this because this is really interesting. This is 11 years ago, and this is what they were saying about Islam. You got Ben Affleck in here too. Check this. Yo, there's a super chat. What is it? I can't read your name. Seba, W Seba. He says, why Muhammad matter when Epstein is behind government? Why does Muhammad matter when Epstein is behind government? Muhammad doesn't really matter. Muhammad is just some random dude. He's not even a prophet, bro, to be honest. And Muslims know that. So I don't know why. Muhammad actually doesn't even matter. The only thing that matters about the word Muhammad is that, did you know that Muhammad is the most common baby name in the UK? Did you know that? That's a fact. Well educated in this topic. The guy literally has been debating about religions in general for the last 15 years of his life. He's read every book you can imagine on almost every religion, and he's really hyper-focused on learning about Islam because he's had to debate people that are Islamic, he was going up against people that support Islam in his debates. The reason people have not spoken up against Islam for the last 20 or 40 or 100 years is because whenever you do, they put out what they call I forgot the word for it, but they put out a hit on you. They literally put out a hit on you and they go after you, try to kill you.
why Ayaan Hirsi Ali needs bodyguards to fucking kill you.
Yeah, listen,
Given the same
well, they
level
don't-
of
one
same
reason-
level of platform.
It's called a fatwa. They put a fatwa on you, and there you go. Exactly. In the chat, you guys already know. Can we criticize Judaism openly? Yes, you can. You guys literally criticize Judaism all day long. Liberals are doing it up and down every university. They've been doing it. You guys camped out against Judaism, and nothing happened to you. Islam was never that way. They do a fatwa on you and they literally go after you and they put a hit on it and people come looking for you. And this dude are a bunch of beta males, bro.
Beta male.
Just like all the liberal men in this world now, bro. All the liberal democratic women turn their men on their side into beta males, bro. Just like you're looking at them right now. Ben Affleck and this dude.
Beta male.
Beta males.
Beta male.
They're all beta males, bro. You guys are literally have your women are the only people that can speak for you. And whenever you stand up and speak, this is what you sound like a dumb Ben Affleck. Can't even argue and stand up for anything. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. The dude is just completely not even getting what these guys are saying, and he's responding to them in a way that, like, when you're just mad and you have no idea, you can't even hear what someone is saying. He's literally responding to something that they're not actually saying.
Because they are a minority, we shouldn't criticize.
Bill, you guys in the chat said Bill Maher is a Jew. No, Bill Maher is not a Jew.
Minority, the second biggest religion in the world.
Exactly.
Bill Maher literally made a movie called Religulous, against all religions. There's a lot of problems with Islam, bro. A lot of issues with Islam. Dude, who's this guy keeps spamming the chat with crazy shit. Let me put user on timeout. There we go. Oh, there we go. So, dude, there's a lot of issues with Islam. Of course, I know people that are Islamic. I've been to a mosque when I was a kid a couple of times. My friends that were Muslim took me there. I've seen it. Dude, we're not talking about the people of Islam, just like what they were saying. That's not the point. The point is there's a lot of things that are happening that are from the like central core of Islam in these Middle Eastern countries and some Eastern African countries that are doing some crazy shit. They're literally trying to do what they call the caliphate and infiltrate countries, run their governments, and put their Sharia law. It's not very direct. It's a very indirect, very roundabout kind of a thing. And they try to basically get into power. And they've already done it in the UK. It's already happened in the UK. Mentioned caricatures. Literally, Islam had put out hits, fatwas on people that did basic caricatures of their so-called prophet Muhammad, who's actually not a prophet. Even based on their own book, he's not a prophet. But that's what it is. And I love how you guys are losing it in the chat over the hat. You guys like MAGA hats? It drives you crazy, huh? Just to see a hat. How about a flag, bro? American flag. You guys are so gone that an American flag makes you lose your mind.
Asia, of Malaysia.
Okay, wait,
so
American
much of
flag. What are you guys even doing in this country, bro? Literally. Why are you even here? Here's another one. Of course, can you believe it, guys? The guy's name is Hassan. Hassan says, what? Muhammad is not a prophet? No, bro, he's not a prophet. You guys call him a prophet, but he's not an actual prophet. What prophecy has Muhammad ever done, bro? Name it, bro, please. Please name one prophecy that Muhammad ever did in his life, bro. W. Sharalam says, love the hat, bro. Thank you, bro. Love you, bro. Oh yeah, love the American flag. Where are you at, bro? Where are you at?
We shouldn't
name one prophecy, bro. Come on, Hassan. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Come on, baby. Let's go. Name one thing that he did. Name one thing that the Prophet Muhammad did that is a prophecy. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Dude, 10,600 subs, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, guys. I'm watching this number go up, dude. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for subscribing. I do streams almost every morning and every evening. I'll be back on this evening. I have a Discord, Rep America, baby. So go to Discord/Rep America. Vico, what's up, baby? Good to have you, bro. Rep America, REP America. That's the Discord. If you want to chat offline, you want to jump in on my stream right now and talk live. I'll put you on live, bro. I'll give you a platform. You can talk and get your voice heard. Come on, you Ahmads and Hassans and Mohammeds in the chat. Let's go, baby. You guys want to talk about it? Let's go. Let me know. You have something you want to say about Islam? You want to back it up? Let's go, bro. You can back it up. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's see what you got. Come on. Now is your chance. Now is your chance, bro. Come on, let's go. You can go live. Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing that Muhammad has done. Hell yeah, bro. Olahi got. I don't know how to say your name, but it's Rep America, baby. It's all about America. That's what we're doing, dude. I know you guys can't handle an American flag anymore. It makes you lose your mind. It makes you pull your hair out. I know. You can't even make America great. It's just a very simple 4 words. Make America great again. Make America great. You live in America. It's the greatest country in the world, and we want to make it great again. You liberals have destroyed parts of our country, and we're getting it back, bro. We're getting it back. So we elected Donald Trump. He said he's going to do some things when we elect him. And we said, okay, great. We elected him, and now he's doing those things. That's how this country works. It's the greatest country in the world. Enjoy it. It's very simple, bro. Make America great again. It's not that hard. I don't know what you're losing your minds for, but you guys don't like Orange Man? Orange Man bad. Oh, I'm going to cry. Orange Man is so bad.
You are a Trump hater, and you are a beta male.
That's right. You are a Trump hater and you are a beta male. When was America great? Let's see where you at. Let's put your chat up, bro. Let's call you out, bro. Let's call you out. When was America great? Where your chat is flying, bro. I can't even catch it. What? Oh, here. Paul says, when was America great? When? Since its inception, bro, it's been great. America's been the #1 country in the world. Look at how many people kill themselves to get to our country, bro. Look at that, bro. More people want to come to America than any other country in the world. Why? Because it's the greatest country in the world. And you guys are so gone. You hate your own country. You can't even appreciate the country you live in, that you would never leave. Even if we paid you to leave, you would never leave. Please, bro. Please. Straight losers, bro. You guys are losing just by looking at my hat. Ben is so far left, so far gone, so far woke. He can't even understand a basic conversation. These guys didn't really say much. They didn't even talk about the people that are Islamic. They didn't say nothing about that. But Ben, because he's so gone, so woke, he can't even handle it. Can't even have a normal conversation. Democrats were the leaders of the KKK 150 years ago, and times have changed. Let me see if I can put your, oh, here you go, right here. Is that it? Yeah. Dude says, that's what it was 150 years ago. The Democrats formed the KKK 150 years ago. Times have changed. Yeah, you guys love to transition. Every time something that you did was wrong, instead of being responsible for it, you change your gender, you transition, and you go, oh, yeah, that wasn't us back then. That was something else. That was you guys, actually. And you guys blame other people for the same things you guys do wrong. You guys literally created KKK. You guys were the ones that were against it. You guys were against getting rid of slavery. Literally, the Democrats were the ones fighting to abolish. They did not want to get rid of slavery. And now they changed genders. They changed their ideology. And now they're claiming it was the Republicans, when the Republicans were the ones that wanted to get rid of slavery. It's the same thing. Right now, all of the wokies were so gone woke for the wanting men in women's bathrooms, men to beat up women in the boxing ring, and all this other crazy stuff. You guys went completely nuts, so nuts that you yourselves finally realize how crazy you are. And then they transition genders on woke. Now they're not woke. What are they? Socialists. Oh, we're socialist Democrats. We're democratic. No, and they don't misgender me. We're not socialist Democrats. We're democratic socialist. Get it right. It's like, oh my God, bro, are you guys okay? Do you hear yourselves, bro? Like, do you actually hear yourselves? You are delusional is what you are. Straight delusional. Right? Let me put it in these new terms that you guys might even know, those of you that are young. You guys are delulu. Straight delulu, bro. You guys have lost it. You transitioned from creating and loving the KKK and loving slavery, fighting for slavery, to becoming woke, to becoming, I want women to get destroyed by men in the boxing ring. I want women to see men in their bathrooms. Right? That's what you guys want. And then they're like, oh, wow, we're retarded, bro. What were we thinking? Let's change this real quick. Okay, now you wake up tomorrow morning, you're like, well, you know what? Now I'm a socialist. Because socialism is this new thing. And by the way, you guys don't even understand it. So don't even try to talk about it because you don't know what socialism is. Please, bro. Bunch of losers. Bunch of people that have no sense of responsibility, bro. No sense of responsibility. Never been held accountable for anything. And love the Democrats because Democrats promise them free shit. That's it. Otherwise, they have no use for the Democratic Party either. They have no use for the Democratic Party. That's pretty much what it is. These crazy liberal losers literally are banking on Democrats making the rest of their lives free so they don't ever have to ever become accountable for anything. We allowed them to work from home during this crazy COVID fiasco, and now they can't even get out of their houses. But they wanted to go even further. They don't want to not work at home. Dude, we let them work from home, and that still is not enough. They want to not work, period. Period, dude. Period. They don't want to work, period. So they think somehow that this socialism thing is going to create, if only we tax the rich more. Let me do the numbers. If we divide this by that and multiply it by this, oh, then wow, Elon Musk can just pay me to stay home. Yeah, that's it, guys. Let's do that. Elon Musk, pay me to stay home. Yeah, Elon Musk. Yeah. Sorry to break it to you, but we have a track record. We have a history. When you tax rich people more, the government makes less money in taxes. It actually becomes less money for you to do whatever free thing you think is going to happen to you. That's a reality. That's an actual fact. Every time we reduce the taxes overall, right, for our country, the more money our country makes in taxes. Why? Because when you reduce taxes on income, people end up doing more things that create taxes, that generate more taxes. When you increase taxes on income, guess what happens? People find loopholes, people find different places, people find other things to do with their money that are not taxable, that are less taxable. These are facts. You can look it up. You can Google it. You can do whatever you want. It's actual fact. You want to see it? You want to see it? Let's show it to you. Here. Ready? Here, let's play let's play it from the beginning. Is inflation up or down under Daddy Trump's? Actually, not that one. Let's go to this one right here. You've been lied to about taxes your whole life. Every time we lower the rate, the government ends up collecting more. Think about this for a second. The top 1% of earners pay over 40% of all taxes. The top 20% pay over 72% of all taxes. And get this, the top 50% of earners in our country pay over 97% of all taxes. So when you lower taxes, what happens? People work more, invest more, start more businesses, and expand operations. When the taxes are high, people hide income, delay income, or use tax shelters. When capital gains are low, people end up selling assets more freely because they're not taxed as much on them. Now, this is all true, and it happened throughout our country's history. It happened with JFK, Reagan, Bush, and Trump. And get this, under Reagan, tax revenue collected by our government nearly doubled as a result of lowering the rates. So when you hear people, you hear that? It almost doubled. Tax revenue to the government almost doubled as a result of lowering tax rates, you morons. People saying, let's tax the rich. Somebody in the chat said I look like CM Punk. I had to look it up, and I kind of see that. Charge more taxes. You're actually asking for the government to collect less tax revenue. You've been lied to about taxes your whole life. The top 50, did you guys know that? Top 50% of people in our country pay for 97% of all taxes. Did you know that? Yeah. Let that sink in, dude. Let that sink in.
Black History Month you find
ridiculous.
Why?
You're going to relegate my history to a month?
Oh, come on.
What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? Well, come on, tell me.
Well, I'm Jewish.
Okay. Which month is Jewish History Month?
There isn't one.
Oh. Why not?
Yeah.
Do you want one?
No.
I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
How are we going to get rid of racism?
Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. I know you as Mike Wallace. You know me as Morgan Freeman. You want to say, well, I know this white guy named Mike Wallace. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Black History Month you find
ridiculous.
Why?
Barack Obama. Oh, I think it's classic left ideology. And by the way, he's spreading, he wants to spread Joe the plumber's wealth around. He's not spreading his wealth around. We all know about his half-brother in Africa who is living in dire poverty. It's been fascinating to me, these various people who want to spend the taxpayers' money, but who, when it comes to charitable giving and so forth on their own, have no idea of doing that. I don't know if you're familiar with the study that's been done of liberals and conservatives donating money. And
this dude, Iron Mike, says, just because, you're just reading the chat, he says, just because you say something doesn't make it a fact, dummy. Yeah, that's why I look things up and I research. Yeah, that's what happens when you actually do your homework. Yeah, that's right. And I don't need to go to college to figure that out. I can actually literally do my own research and pull it up. Those are facts, literal facts. Whenever we reduce taxes, it becomes more tax revenue to our government for all of the stupid welfare programs that you guys love as Democrats. Yeah. And by the way, here's another fact. The more welfare we give, or the more welfare programs that we provide, the more we actually hurt the very people we're trying to help with those welfare programs. Those are actual facts. You can look it up. These are truth. I know you're allergic to facts. You guys are Trump haters. You guys are beta males, and you guys are allergic to facts.
You are a Trump hater, and you are a beta male.
That's right.
You're just being too emotional. You need to go drink a big, old, cold, tall glass of get over it. President Trump was duly elected president of the United States. He was in a free election. And the American people spoke.
That's right.
And some of my colleagues are upset about that. In fact, they hate the president so much, they've shut down government. They hate him so much that if President Trump came out in favor of breathing to live, they would hold their breath. It's not rational. You're just being too emotional. You need to go.
You're just being too emotional. Senator Kennedy said it so well. Our beautiful senator from Louisiana. I'm in Southern California, but man, would I love to shake his hand. Would I love to go meet Senator Kennedy in Louisiana? Man, I would love to. Senator Kennedy, bro, you are a G, my buddy. You are a G. You guys are being too emotional. You guys are so emotional, so gone, so lost, so wishy-washy that when your government works how it should, when people vote and another president gets elected that you may not like, you guys lose your minds and you actually burn the American flag. You go and fly your American flags upside down like a bunch of clowns, like a bunch of little babies. Actual losers. You lost the election. You're a loser. You lost the election, but you don't know how to take an L. It's time you take that L, dude. Take your L and move on and figure out, what your life is all about, because you guys are completely gone, bro. You guys are lost. Completely lost. You guys shape-shifted and did all sorts of different things all along the way. You guys are literally now socialists. You can't even make up your mind. For one day you're a socialist Democrat, then you get mad and you say, no, we're democratic socialists, then now we're this, now we're that. Oh, communism looks cool. Look at this, look at that. It's like, bro, you guys are gone. Gone. You can't even make up your minds what you are. You need to get your shit together. All of Connor Dryden says, Medi, what's up, dude? All of you guys lose the dunce cap, bro. Is that triggering you? Bro, you guys are so gone. You guys are so wishy-washy, bro. Dude, your women in... I said it again. I said it before. I'll say it again. The women in your party turned you into beta males, bro.
Beta male.
Beta male.
Beta male.
You guys are lost. You guys are gone. You guys are... Your tails are between your legs. You need to figure yourselves out, bro. You lost. Take the L. Trump is your president. Your country works the way it's supposed to.
Beta male.
You guys are beta males. Kathy says, love your hat. Love you too. Hell yeah. Beta males, dude.
Beta male.
It's sad to see. It's sad to see. But guys, let me give you, here's something that's very cool. This is a great time to start a business. because the Democrats turn all their men into beta males, into losers. Their men can't even make their own decisions. It's a really good time. It's a really good time to start a business, start a career that can lead into a business. By that, I mean something like you can be a plumber, work a little bit, and then hire some plumbers underneath you and teach them how to do it and build your own plumbing business out of it. Same thing with electricians, same thing with HVAC, same thing with all kinds of things. Junior, OC, are you from OC, bro? I'm in OC, man. Orange County, California. Milton, is it Milton? Milton says, shut your bitch ass up. Nah, dog. No. You allergic to facts, bro? Are you a beta male?
Beta male.
Come on, Milton. Milton's a beta male.
Beta male.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Guys, great time to start a business because half of our country's men have been turned into betas, bro.
Beta.
They can't even, dude, they're gone. So it's your chance to come in where they dropped off, start businesses, start creating all these things, bro. Even in regular jobs, bro, here. Anything, bro. Regular jobs, you'll succeed. You want to work the corporate ladder? You can do great on that corporate ladder. I'm telling you, bro, it's a good time to do that. Really good time. You can win, dude. Right now is the time to win. I'm telling you. I'm a good example of it. I saw it, bro. I saw it coming and I was like, yeah, bro, let's go. This is a good time. I created a couple businesses. I failed at a lot of businesses, but I learned. But dude, it's good, man. It's a good time to start. A good time to do all kinds of stuff. Connor Dryden says everyone should feel blessed that we are living in the best country in the world with most opportunities and the strongest civil liberties. W. Connor, bro. Literally what I was just saying, bro. W. Connor, bro. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, bro. 100%, man. 100%. W. Connor, dude. Greatest country in the world. Greatest country. Best country? Best country. 100%. Tipu Sultan. Tipu Sultan, if you don't know, bro, it's the best country in the world. Dude, it is the greatest. You are living in the best country in the world, bro. Orange County, California, is that where the alpha males are? Quick question. What makes you an alpha male? My tail is not between my legs. That's for one. My tail is not between my legs. I am a provider. I am a protector. And I am a leader of my family, bro. That makes me a man, among many other things. My woman has not turned me into a beta male. That's another thing that makes me alpha. That's right. But I don't go around calling myself alpha, bro. That's not what I do. But if you want to ask me, I'm going to answer. But I will say that your party has turned you into beta males, bro. And it's sad to see. Someone said beta males in California. There's a lot, bro. I agree. There's a lot, bro. I'm surrounded. It's a good thing, bro. You guys got to look at things for the positive. When there's a lot of beta males, it's a good time to do things. Like I said, start a business, start a company, start that career in that corporate world. Start whatever it is that you had plans for or some kind of dreams. Now's the time, guys. If you can get your shit together, go journal, whatever it is that you got to do to get your priorities in line and wake up and look at it and focus on those things and execute on those things. Dude, now is that time. The people that are doing things now and are sticking and are disciplined, they're sticking to their plan and they're doing it. Those are the winners, man. And it's not as hard as it used to be. Back in the day, there were a bunch of people you had to compete against. And dude, it wasn't easy. Now, half the country is a bunch of beta males turned into betas by their feminist leaders in their Democratic Party. They're gone, bro. They can't think right. They don't know up from down. They don't know their heads from their asses. Now's the time. 100%, dude. Let's put Senator Kennedy one more time so you guys can hear it.
You're just being too emotional. You need to go drink a big old cold tall glass of get over it. President Trump was duly elected president of the United States. He was in a free election. And the
Yes, you are right. Tracy is correct. She says they're men who are angry about their lives and their choices, bro. Exactly. Now they just let their women make their choices for them.
American people spoke. And some of my colleagues are upset about that. In fact, they hate the president so much, they've shut down government. They hate him so much that if President Trump came out in favor of breathing to live, they would hold their breath.
Literally, if Trump came out in favor of breathing to live, they would hold their breath. And you guys know it, bro. It is what it is, man. What are you going to say? I mean, what are you going to do about it? I mean, there's nothing you could do, but it's a good thing. Take advantage of the time that you live. Go do stuff with it. Now's the time to do stuff, guys. Don't come to me a couple years down the line and say, dude, you were right and I did nothing about it. Do something about it. I want you guys to win. And I'm here repping America, dude. That's my channel. You see it right here. Rep America. We're repping America, bro, and I want you guys to win. If you're stronger, our country is stronger. If your head's right, our country is going to do better. I'd rather these liberals not be betas, but it's not up to me anymore. There was a time I was a liberal. 3-4 years ago, I was on the left too. But I do want you guys to win. I do want you guys to get your shit together. The Democratic Party is fractured right now. It's getting more fractured, and it's a better thing for the Democratic Party because more people in the Democratic Party will break out of the cult that they are. And so that is a reality. Eric M says, Medi, do you view drugs as biological warfare? I don't. I really don't. I view drugs as something that people have individual choices to make, and if people are going to be doing drugs and losing their minds, then dude, you got captured. Just because someone puts drugs into your neighborhood doesn't mean you have to take it. They say that about minorities in minority areas, that the CIA or FBI or whoever it was put crack in their neighborhoods and made them turn into losers. It's like, bro, if someone put crack in your neighborhood and you went and did the crack, that's on you, bro. That's on you. That's on you. W. Rodney, bro. Rodney says, MAGA is a real cult way to live. Yeah, a better life. That's right. Angelo looked in the mirror and says, you're a fool. You're right, Angelo. You are a fool. I'm glad you're looking in the mirror and saying that to yourself. You're waking up, man. Hopefully you're learning something, bro. Listen to Jesse Lee Peterson a little bit more. Maybe you'll learn something. Good job, bro. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, man. Angelo, good job, dog. You did it, man. You're leveling up, man. Good job. I love that. I love that for you. But honestly, I want you guys to win. I'm going to reiterate it again because I know you guys probably won't do it, but right now is the time. If you can wake up in the morning and have your shit together and put your ducks in a row, get your priorities in line, you will be a better person and you will have a really, really good chance of succeeding and achieving your dreams, because we are living in a time when the Democrats have turned their men into losers. So now's the time. It is. And I think you can win. The hat, someone says the hat is made in China. I've already done this twice in this chat. You want me to do it again? Here, watch this. Let's get a zoom in. Let me take it off for you. Ready for this? Here we go. You ready? Here we go. Ready? Here's the hat. Right? Here's a wonderful hat. Let's go like this, and let's go like this. Let's see. Is your college education paying off? Are you able to read? All that student loan debt that you got, does that work? Does that student loan debt work? That loan debt, did that get you to a place where you can actually read? How do you like that? How do you like that, bro? You thought the hat was made in China, and I pulled it off, showed it to you, and now you can see it's made in USA. How dumb are you now? How retarded are you now, bro? Huh? How dumb are you now? How stupid do you look? The leftard cope is real, bro. 100%. The leftard cope is real, bro. Where is it? There you are. Jonah, bro. Jonah Vex, baby. Good to have you back, bro. You're retarded. It's made in China. Well, I just showed it to you. Here's another one. You want to see another one? Here's another one. You like this one better? You like that better? Again. That's made in USA, baby. You see that flag? Does that make you crazy? Seeing an American flag? Does that make you crazy? You left weirdos that hate your country you'd rather see the flag burning. I know. Okay, guys, that was good. I got to go to the gym, go get a workout. I got some things to do. I got some work to get to because I run a couple businesses too. So I got to go handle that shit to support me to do this. I don't make money doing this. This is for fun. And I love to tell you guys secrets like, dude, go get your life in line, get your ducks in a row, put your priorities on paper, do something, man. Do something with your life. Now's the time. I'm being honest. I'm being serious, dude. Go do something. Now's the time, bro. You can win. You can actually win right now if you just actually do whatever it is that is your dream to do. Go do it. Now's the time. Love you guys. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. Have a good day. And I'm going to get going. And I hope you guys go work out, go work your body out, go work your brain out, get your shit in line, start journaling, start doing some stuff, get your stuff in line, use your brain, use your body, go work out. I'm going to go do it. You should too. No reason why you shouldn't. I have more to do than you guys. I'm way busier than you guys. I have way more responsibility than most of you guys, and I can still do it. That means you can do it too. Go do it. I love you guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing. And I'm here. I'll be back this evening. I need a theme song. I know. I got this. What do you think about this?
We have a president who actually fulfilled the promises he made during the campaign, securing the border to foreign policy.
He now has a record as president that's pretty damn impressive.
And they used the autopilot and everything. He didn't approve this stuff.
In that same year, you had the left side destroying Tesla buildings, committing violence.
They want to take away my freedom because I will never let them take away your freedom.
I said there's nobody that can want an open border.
How'd you like that? Pretty good, right? Pretty solid. I got to make one for the ending because I'm just going to end it right here without that video, but I'm going to get that video for the ending too. Thank you, beautiful Bill. Thank you, Min. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate you guys. Love you all. You guys are awesome, man. Love to hang out with you guys whenever I can. So this is phenomenal. Tomorrow, thank you. See you later. And love you guys again. And see you later this evening. Bye.